Are you ready to rumble? Rumble? What's going on, guys? Long time no see. SpaceX had live streams and launches last weekend, but I didn't get to cover those. So it's been a while. At least it feels like it's been a while. But welcome to this SpaceX live stream coverage of SES-22, which is a telecommunications communications satellite going into geostationary orbit to provide, television, radio, data transmission, all that good stuff. Go ahead and muster up where you're from, what you're munching on. Of course, if you are a Locals members, I got a live chat going on Locals. So appreciate you. It helps me spot you more easily. Time Baron, I appreciate you counting down the minutes for the live stream to begin. Helps me out too, I guess. I do have a bad memory. Larry 1, good to see you. Concord, BFR in the chat, or in the rant, the Rumbles rant. Appreciate you. Fender Bender DC. I like the name. Don't forget to let me know where you're from and what you're munching on if you're eating anything. I'm just sipping on some carbonated water, strawberry lemonade flavor out of my eccentric mug because it makes every drink drinkable. Unless it's like poison or something gross. SpaceX has started their live stream. As you can tell, or we'll get to that here in a second. We'll talk a little bit more about the mission as well. Keith Mabe on Locals, drinking iced tea this afternoon because I'm working. And winky face. Appreciate all of you who are working so hard at your jobs / tuning in with me to watch this launch. Appreciate you. Tea, huh? Tea is gross. What are you? I thought you were from Texas, man. You drinking that English stuff. English stuff. London stuff.
You sound like you're from London.
Cool. Check out the booster landing. So this is the second flight for this booster. It looks like Jesse's hosting. Nice. We'll get to her in a second. But yeah, second flight for this booster. And the previous mission it launched for was the Starlink mission back in May, I think. And this time it's landing on it landed on just read the instructions last time. This time it's landing on a shortfall of gravitas. And over the last weekend, A Shortfall of Gravitas had a pretty epic view of the landing on the drone ship because of the Starlink connection. So hopefully we get a repeat of that today and we get picture perfect view of this Falcon 9 booster landing for its second time. All right, let's catch up on the roll call. Thomas, United States Marine Corps. Appreciate you tuning in. Always appreciate the government rants. This is the place for it, right? It's Rumble Rants. Steel Farm, Michigan, neighbor to the north. Stale Triscuits, yummy. I knew some kid once, years back. His name was Tristan, but I always called him Triscuits and made him so mad. Another BFR in the chat. What's going on? ARM249, Austin, good to see you. Indiana, popcorn. I could do me some popcorn. Love it. Carbonated vodka. I haven't tried it. I wonder how that would taste. Scotch for Concord. Okay. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Okay. Oh, we got a little bit more in the Rumble or in the Locals chat. Maga Mentat. Sorry, it's really small font. I can't really read your guys' names. We're drinking a beer from Texas. Good stuff, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Let's go big screen for this launch since we got about 4 minutes remaining. Actually, before I do that, let me introduce you to the doggo cam where there are no dogs on it because Peeps is being shy behind my desk. Peeps. I'm not going to make him get up. Maybe when he gets up here on his own, I'll switch back to this camera. But you can see Wilson. Wilson's back with us. He swam ashore after Tom Hanks left him behind. What a dick.
You sound like you're from London.
That was the wrong button. But we had Texas people in the chat, so we'll do Texas.
I pulled him out of a place on Midgard called Texas.
And America, because I see people from Virginia as well. I don't have anything for Virginia, but I got America.
What, is this a communist country or something? I thought this is America.
Okay. Now what I promise. I promise we go big screen. Fancy Luma wipe. Less than 3.5 minutes remaining. Yeah, so Pipiopi, he injured his leg, his front leg, about 6 days ago or so. So I had to take him to the vet this morning. Got him some good drugs to give him. We're not exactly sure how he injured it. He's pretty susceptible to spraining his ankles and stuff. He loves chasing birds. It's actually pretty funny to watch him chase birds. Like, he'll dart out the door. We got a fenced-in backyard, and it's plenty of running room, but he'll dart out there. He'll start barking and chasing birds off the lawn. They don't even like him flying over our lawn. If they fly over our yard, it's a no-fly zone. He'll still chase them, looking up. Hopefully he doesn't run into the fence. He's done that a couple times. But yeah, like I said, as soon as he he limps, but like, he's a German Shepherd with a huge, play drive, so he'll still run through it. It's hard for it to heal when he keeps wanting to chase birds, But we got him some good drugs. He'll be all right. MAGA, I like the pick. See if I can show the audience this really quick. Oh yeah, someone is spending their Wednesday afternoon. It's Wednesday, right? Yeah, Wednesday afternoon in style with me. Uh-oh. How do I fix this without pausing the live stream? We paused it. Now we're going to back it up, and we're going to go live again. Ah, bugs. So happy 4th of July weekend, everyone. If you got any exciting plans, let us know what you're doing in the chat. Here, hopefully I'm not screaming into the mic. It's pretty close to my mouth. Well, I'm meeting a BFR for lunch on Saturday. And then if you follow me on social media, like on Twitter or True Social, you saw that I posted a screenshot of a text I got today from the town I live in. Our fireworks show for this weekend has been canceled because, this is Biden's America and there's shortages, including, staffing shortages because of the entitlement programs that the government's now offering. So we don't get fireworks this weekend. So my 4th of July is gonna suck. I don't care how entertaining or exciting you are as a person. You're not better than fireworks, okay? Without fireworks, we're all just nothing. All right, let me turn the volume up because we're about to have our own little SpaceX fireworks show to watch. Hopefully it's a controlled fireworks show and not uncontrolled. How's my live stream looking? I'm getting flashing red on my end from OBS. Let me know in the chat if it's kind of skizzing out on you.
T-minus 30 seconds.
Launch director, we are go for launch.
Oh, now it's green.
Great news, all systems go for launch. Let's watch as Falcon 9 takes the SES-22 satellite into orbit.
We've been having a weird internet connection all summer and power issues this summer. Hopefully the internet thing gets solved once my Starlink arrives.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition and liftoff.
Headbang it. Get it.
M1P chamber presence normal. Pitching downrange.
Look at the cumulonimbus clouds. That's cloud looking good. The coast is looking awfully colorful today.
Falcon 9 has successfully lifted off from pad 40 carrying the SES-22 satellite.
3 nominal.
And we have throttled down the engines on stage 1 in preparation for max Q. This is the largest structural load that the vehicle sees, and that should be coming up in about 10 seconds or so.
Supersonic. Max Q.
And great news, the vehicle is now through the highest amount of aerodynamic pressures. So with that, we will have 3 events happening back to back. That will be MECO, stage separation, and SES-1. MECO stands for main engine cutoff, and that's where all 9 of the M1D engines shut down and slow the vehicle down in preparation for the next event, which is stage separation.
And back chill.
And stage separation is exactly what it sounds like. That's where the first and second stage separate from each other. First stage will start to make its way back down to Earth, and again, we will be attempting to land on our drone ship A Shortfall of Gravitas today. And during that time, stage 2 will continue on its journey with the third event, SES-1, or second stage engine start 1. That's where the single Merlin vacuum engine on that second stage will light up, and it will propel the second stage along with the SES-22 payload to orbit. Now, in addition to these 3 major events, the fairing halves will separate about a minute after SES-1, so keep an eye out for that as well.
Colors are looking very vibrant today with the cam. I wonder if they have the saturation turned up or something.
MECO. Stage separation. And back ignition.
And some incredible views there on your screen. We were able to see MECO, stage separation, and on your right-hand screen, you could see that MVAC engine beginning to light up and glow that red color there. First stage on your left-hand screen, those grid fins are deploying. That is what helps guide the vehicle back down to the landing zone. And we do have fairing deploy coming up here in...
All right, Jesse, I'm going to take over because I love talking about fairings because they're chutes, brah. They have chutes on them, brah. Wilson's making a lot of noise, probably because I'm shaking the table. All right, there are the fairings right there. Wait for it. Boom, split them like eggs, eggshells. So they have ram air style parachutes on them. I think they're still ram air. I don't think they switched over around parachutes, but who knows. All right, back when they used to catch them in the fairing catching nets, they were definitely ram air, but I mean, I don't know. So they'll splash them down in the Atlantic, and then I think it's fairing recovery ship Doug today is picking them up. We'll scoop them out of the water. They'll refurbish them and send them on another flight in the future. On the left-hand side of your screen, you see those titanium grid fins used to steer the rocket toward the drone ship once it enters the denser parts of the atmosphere. But for right now, while it's in, you know, more of a vacuumed space, it's using is cold gas thrusters. It's ACS system, which you can kind of see it. They'll see little poofs of smokish looking stuff from time to time. Now on the right hand side, you have that Merlin vacuum engine pushing the upper second stage with its payload, the telecommunications satellite, to orbit, to geostationary orbit eventually. Doesn't the camera look very vibrant today on the left hand side there? I swear they had the saturation turned up. Earth does not look that blue, okay? It's awesome. Looks like a very bright marble this afternoon. All right, back to the chat. Toledo says, go Rockets. Yeah, neighbor to the far north. You're closer to my hometown than you are to me here in central Ohio. I'm originally from Salina, which is in the southern part of the northwest part of Ohio, close to the Indiana border. And we have people from Salina, from my hometown, from time to time stop by saying, hey, I saw you on the internets. Keith, you had me on the Mega Monitor today? Wow, it's an honor to be on the Mega Monitor. I need to get me a Mega Monitor. I think my biggest monitor is only like a sad 24 inches. But it's a 4K monitor. At least I got that going for me. I wonder if it'll hit the dome again. Yeah. Like that Simpsons movie when they put the dome over Springfield. All right, man, she's coming in fast. Look at her go.
Stage 1, entry burn, startup.
And as you can see on your left-hand screen, those 3 M1D engines have reignited for the entry burn. Again, just a short burn helps to slow the vehicle down as it's entering back into the upper parts of the Earth's atmosphere.
See, Earth doesn't look that bright on the right-hand
Stage
side
1,
of the
entry
screen.
burn, shut down.
Its saturation
And
levels
as
are
you
low.
see, those engines have now shut down. That concludes the entry burn. Again, next up for the first stage will be the landing burn. And the entry
Both
burn...
vehicles are on nominal trajectories.
Great call-outs, nominal trajectories for both vehicles. Now, the entry burn does help slow the vehicle down as it enters back into the Earth's atmosphere, but
Come on,
the
camera.
atmosphere actually helps to scrub most of the velocity on the first stage, so that's why we can let it coast until we get closer to landing, and then we'll
There we go.
ignite that last engine for the touchdown just a few seconds before landing.
Stage 2 is the terminal guidance.
So the drone ship hopefully is using Starlink again,
And we're just
we'll have
about
a
30
great view
seconds
of
away
landing.
from the landing burn on the first stage, but we will have a couple events happening back to back. First
Stage
will
1 is
be
transonic.
SECO 1, that is second stage engine cutoff 1 for the MVAC engine on that
Stage
second
2,
stage.
FTS is safe.
Just a few seconds after SECO 1 will be the landing burn beginning.
Oh yeah, she's coming in hot. Get excited, peeps. Wake up. You're missing it.
Stage 1, landing burn, startup.
MVAC shutdown.
There we had both of those events, SECO 1 and the landing burn beginning on the first stage. Again, attempting to land on
I don't see the ship.
a shortfall of Gravitas.
There it is. To the left. To
And
the left.
confirmation of good orbit on the second
Stage 1,
stage.
landing leg, deploy.
Look at that view. Look how blue that water is, man.
Expected
Love it.
loss of signal, Cape.
Ooh, yeah. Oh, transition hover there. That is a bullseye. Bullseye.
And what an incredible view. As you can see, Falcon 9 has touched down on our drone ship, A Shortfall of Gravitas.
Please clap.
This landing marks the second successful landing for this particular booster, having supported previously the Starlink launch in May. It also marks our 127th overall successful recovery of an orbital class rocket, including both Falcon 9 and Falcon Heavy first stages. And we also did have confirmation of good orbit on the second stage, so a successful second stage engine cutoff and first stage landing. We are going to be in a coast phase until just before the second relight of our MVAC engine on the second stage, which will be followed by payload deploy. So sit tight and we'll see you back here just around the T+26 minute mark.
All right. So less than 20 minutes. We'll stick around for it, okay? As long as you guys keep me interested in what you have to say. Don't be boring. Dude, we're gonna have to replay that landing, man. That was a bullseye. This is what's sad. SpaceX can use computers to land a 20-story tall booster on a drone ship the size of a football field in the middle of the vast ocean. Let me go back 1 second here. Look how big this ocean is. It's quite massive, in case you weren't aware. And yet they can take a 20-story booster from space and pinpoint that landing. Center bullseye. You know how the bullseye has multiple dots in it? Well, it hit the very center dot in that red bullseye. I can't even hit the dartboard from like 10 feet away. And they did this from space using computers. The atmosphere is pretty chaotic too, okay? I mean, there's like, any pilot will tell you there's gusts of wind. You know, there's clouds that can grab the booster's attention, give it ADHD and make it just want to wander off to go lick the clouds. That's what happened to me when I was a skydiver. I'd be like, ooh, there's a cool cloud. Let me transition over that way and fly it like Superman over there. And Peeps was asleep for all of it, weren't you, Peeps? Say, I'm injured. I'm taking a nap. Let's rewind it and watch it again. There we go, right there. Yeah. They definitely used Starlink again for this one. Not an interruption to be seen. Now, fun fact for you, SpaceX doesn't land they don't bring the booster in directly over the drone ship. They kind of translate it last minute before they do the relight, or after the relight starts, then they kind of transition it over just in case it doesn't relight and it won't slam into the drone ship, because that would be an expensive crash and burn. So that's why it kind of always looks like it's always gonna miss the drone ship, because it kind of commits after the relight. Super sweet, brah. And in case this is your first time watching this, it's all autonomous. Not even the drone ship is steered by anybody. It's just kept in place by some jets on the starboard and port side, and I'm sure there's some on the front and back too. Kind of keep it anchored in place. Pretty impressive. Let's see what you're saying here, chat. Never gets old. I think that was, actually, let me look it up so I don't mislead anybody. I hate numbers. I want to say 103rd. Here we go. It was the 103rd reflight of a booster. Okay. 127th overall booster landing. So they're quite experienced, I'd say, at doing it. It's been a long time since we've seen a mishap. I think maybe, I want to say 2019 was the last time a booster missed the drone ship. Which is quite impressive still. I mean, because there's a lot of working, moving parts, even with just the first stage boomstick, and it has to be in working order. I mean, even just, it uses 9 sea-level Merlin engines, right? And just one of those engines, there's a ton of parts to it. Everything has to go right, man. Could you build something like that? I don't think so. Good luck. Unless you're watching and you work from SpaceX, then I guess you have built something like that. Elon for president of Mars. Yeah, well, I think even if he has no will or want to become the president of Mars, I think they're going to make him, the first Martians will make him the honorary, Martian dictator, or whatever title Elon wants. At the very least, he'll be mayor. Mayor of the first Martian city. Yeah, I've heard that one before. Elon is just an alien trying to figure out how to get back home. He's like E.T. and Superman with money powers. Yeah. The alien race saw Earth. They came to see what was up with us, and they waited like millions of years, or I guess it'd be, thousands of years, and they're like, all right, we're done waiting. These guys need help. They can't make it to space. We make it to the moon, and then we get stuck back in Earth orbit. Can't get back to the moon. So they're like, so they give us Elon. They're like, we're gonna give him some help. So they're like, hey, that's his name. We're like, come over here. We're gonna make you human. We're gonna disguise you as a human, and they're gonna call you Elon, and you just go build their spacecraft for them because they're helpless. Fact. That's what's going on. The conspiracy started here. Hey, Justin DeLong. What's going on, bro? Great stream as always. We need some Elon's based twats. I know I haven't made a cloud looker video in almost a month, I think. Got to get another powered paragliding video up. The weather's been it's been very dry here in Ohio, so the weather's looking like it's gonna allow it. And I think I'll be able to fly out of a nearby park because I saw another powered paraglider doing that the other day, and I think I'm gonna give that a try. So hopefully I can get up here in the next week, get some more content. Elon's been MIA on Twitter for like the past week or so. He's probably enjoying his derp day. Or he's returning some videotapes. Name that movie. No cheating if you follow me on Twitter or True Social. I want to give a shout out to Rumble. I want to thank Rumble for having us. Check this out. Boom. Big screen. Yeah, we are #1. Top videos. Top videos. Suck it, losers. Over here off to the side. No, I want to thank Rumble for giving us a platform to say whatever comes to my mind. It's a dangerous game. They're gamblers. If you aren't subscribed on Rumble, if you don't have an account, sign up. It's for free. And make sure you subscribe. As soon as our subscriber count surpasses that of YouTube because of cancel culture and because Rumble's awesome and their platform's just growing, then I'll go ahead and start targeting Rumble for each one of my videos. You know, I'll our little outro that's kind of tailored right now to YouTube, I'll go ahead and figure out a way to tailor that to Rumble so we get the Rumble thumbs up or plus icon, whatever it is. So that's been my goal now for about the last year. I've been on Rumble for a couple of years now, before even Trump got on Rumble. So I'm an early supporter of the second internet, the second YouTubes. And yeah, it's been great. They've been making a lot of improvements. You know, that's how technology works. You improve on it over time, and I'm loving it, man. It's great. They made huge improvements to their app just like a week or two ago. I'm loving the new app, Rumble, so appreciate you. So make it a Rumble account if you're just visiting, and then subscribe on Rumble. My goal is to surpass our YouTube subscribers. We're well on our way. I think we got about a 20,000 subscriber difference. So if you're just a subscriber on YouTube and you're visiting, make a Rumble account, subscribe. But you can still feel free to watch on both. Watch on Rumble. I really want you to watch on Rumble. But if you also just let it play on YouTube, you know, subscribe or hit the like button on YouTube. Let it play. Go do something else. You don't have to watch it. Help our analytics so we can reach more people on that heathen platform, YouTube, and bring them over to Rumble. So that's why we stay on both platforms. To bankrupt YouTube, that's the plan. I think we can do it. Yeah. Needs an edit button on comments. I'm sure we'll get that eventually. Like I said, man, they're always making improvements and they're awesome. The app itself alone has just been heavily upgraded over the past couple of weeks. So if you're just now tuning in, you can rewind it if you want. And you can watch the booster landing or the launch. But right now we're in a coast phase for like the next 5 or 10 minutes. Then we're going to deploy this telecommunications satellite. And we're going to watch it. Looks like we're over the west coast of Africa, right, meow? The home of sharks, the home of great whites. Never go swimming off the coast of Africa, West Africa. Have you ever seen the video of they're free divers and they're wearing like this awesome camo wetsuit. It's like this gray camo wetsuit. There's a couple of them. And like the video starts and it says off the coast of West Africa. And right away I'm like, idiots. So they're diving in murky water. Like you can't see more than 20 feet. And he's got his spear, and all of a sudden he gets bumped from behind, turns around, and he's got like a GoPro on his head. And it's just this massive, like 20-foot great white, man. And he's like, because he's like holding his breath, but at that moment, like all of his oxygen's out of his body now, maybe even some fecal matter. I don't know. But man, talk about pucker factor. Swimming in murky water where you can't see more than like 10 feet away from you or whatever, and you know there's a great white around you. I'm like, that's just Darwinism at its finest. That's it. That's natural selection, survival of the fittest. You ain't fit to survive. But you know, they survived obviously because they uploaded the video. And I don't think you can do that after you've been swallowed like Jonah. Anyway, you have to check that video out when you get a chance. Not right now. Right now we're doing something more important. All right, and that's stupid. That's even coming from a guy, me, who swam off the coast of Southern California, and there's been great whites in Southern California for the Navy in a wetsuit with a bunch of other idiots that look like seal pups ripe for the eating. One time we were doing an open water swim, and I was in so much pain because I didn't know at the time, but I had my pelvis was twisted and I had a torn labrum in my hip, and we had these fins on, so like, you can't scissor kick when you have a torn hip. So I'm dolphin kicking, and I'm in so much pain, and I'm just so miserable after a couple hours in this cold water. I'm just praying to God to send a great white to eat me, and just so the pain can be over with. And like 30 seconds later, I hear a weird noise in the water. So as I'm like doing the combat stroke, I look up, and right in front of me, this huge dorsal fin just goes right from like. I'm like, okay, I take it back. Don't eat me. But it didn't take me long. Like after I had a quick like heart attack, I realized, oh, it was the dolphin. And that was a meh, meh, me. I don't know the sounds dolphins. I know the sound, but me. That sounds like a bird dying. All right, so it was a dolphin. It was a little pod of dolphins. So I was tempted to grab onto the dorsal fin and just let it finish the race for me, but it probably would have went the opposite direction. I think it was heading towards the coast. So that would have made life a lot more painful for me had I gotten out of the water. I think that was a no-no. You don't do that. Can't rewind on Rumble during live streams. Well, okay, well there's another suggestion for the Rumbillion people. You can rewind it after the live stream's over. How about that? Catch me outside. Peeps, when are you gonna get up so I can switch to doggo cam and show everybody your gimp, you little limp noodle? Me and Wilson are holding the show up. We're the ones making this show worth watching because you're not helping, bro. He's laying behind the desk here. It's his spot. Thank you, Old Saucy. That is a fun fact you just shared with the chat. Did you guys know that dolphins are the only other species that rapes besides humans? I don't know if that's true or not. Did you read that on a Snapple? I bet you read that on a Snapple. That sounds like a Snapple fact. We need someone else to confirm. Space is dusty today. Somebody needs to bring a vacuum cleaner next time. All right, should have payload deploy here in the next few minutes. Hopefully the cameras they keep the connection. We didn't wait all this time for nothing. That frozen ice right here. I love watching it float off of the Merlin engine. It's fun. It's fun to watch. All right, chat, let me catch up, see what you guys have been talking about while I've been mumbling to myself, forgetting that I'm on camera. Davini 10011, binary. Thank you for the Rumble rant, bro. Appreciate the tip. Let YouTube bankrupt. Let YouTube bankrupt. Bankrupt YouTube. Yeah. Might need a little bit more than $1, but that is a start. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Jesse's back. Let's go full screen. Okay, full screen. Where's full screen? So many buttons. Full screen.
In just a few seconds. Again, this burn will be about a minute long.
There it goes. Oh, did you like it? Did you like it? Oh, that was awesome.
MVAC startup.
And an awesome view of that MVAC engine reigniting. This burn will last a little over a minute. And as a reminder, SES-22 will deliver TV and radio services in addition to key data transmission services to millions of Americans across the
Here's
U.S.
the dick that's moving the chair during the live stream. You hear it screeching across the floor.
This MVAC
Fire 'em.
engine has
Fire,
a
you're
thrust
fired.
of about 220,000 pounds of thrust. And reigniting the engine helps take the stage closer to its drop-off orbit. So we'll reignite it and then shut it down and allow the second stage to coast for a bit until it gets to its targeted drop-off orbit.
Oh my God. What an asshole. Davany, 10011 is a zip code. Okay. It's New York City. I guess that makes sense. New York City, huh? I feel bad for you, man. I hope you have a bug out bag on standby.
MVAC shut down.
There we heard that call out and saw a little bit of the MVAC engine shutting down. We are waiting for confirmation.
Nominal orbit insertion.
That's exactly what we were waiting for. Confirmation of good orbit. So with confirmation of a successful second stage engine start and cutoff, we're going to take another quick short break. Sit back and enjoy the space tunes, and we'll join you live to cover payload deployment in about 4 minutes from now.
Thank you. There she is. I wonder if they have any super secret payloads on this one. They're sneaky. Hands up in the chat if this is your first time ever watching a Falcon live stream, a SpaceX live stream, or all you guys experienced, y'all pros. Say I could watch this in my sleep. What? I identify as a dolphin, and I can assure you that there is no raping. Wilson is a bloody kid's face to most people. He's a bloody handprint, okay? It just happens to look like a face. He's an ink blot test. You see what you interpret. Wilson! Did anybody ever get the movie quote, the videotapes one? I don't know if I can find that. It's a long way ago. I don't think anyone got it. I'm disappointed. What was I thinking about yesterday? I was thinking about something made me feel really old. I wanted to do a poll during our next, either on social media or on our next live stream. I can't remember what it was. I was thinking it wasn't like a rotary phone, but it was something like that. Oh, it was a, you know the Be Kind, Please Rewind. I wanted to know if people who were born before 2000 or after 2000 had any idea what that means. Do you think? Do they even know what VHS tapes are? I'm sure people born in the last, between 2000 or before 2010, right? They have to know what a VHS or specifically a VHS rewinder is, right? But I'd be curious. There's this video I saw not too long ago of these kids. They were teenagers, and their parents videotaped them trying to work a rotary phone, and they just could not figure it out. And I'm just I wonder if you just gave kids like that like a VHS rewinder if they would know what it's for. You think? It's one of the few rare moments that I actually kind of wish I had kids so I could do experiments like that on them. Like, here's this gadget from the 80s and 90s. Let's see how long it takes you to figure out what it is. You got 3 minutes. Go. If you don't figure it out, you don't get dinner. I'd be a terrible parent. Space tunes. Yeah, they got space tunes going on. It's like bad elevator techno music. I'm sure it's Elon's taste. He likes weird music, dude. He also likes anime. He's just a weirdo. But I can appreciate people liking different things. It's just not for me. I like all kinds of music, really. What's your favorite kind of music, chat, while we're waiting for the next couple minutes? What's your favorite genre? If you want to throw in your favorite band, do that as well. Mine, I like it all. Except acid jazz. But I think my favorite genre is like heavy metal. I like working out to some heavy metal. Huge Breaking Benjamin fan. Seven Dust was really good back in the day. They kind of slipped, but respect. Let's see. We're going to have payload deployment here in a second. Any Given Day was a rock band from Germany. They're pretty good too.
Landing of our first stage and 2 relight and shutdowns of our second stage engine. Now we're coming up on our last major milestone, which of course is payload deploy. And
Red
that should
Dirt
be
Country.
coming up here in just a few
Disco.
seconds.
Betamax will win the tape wars. There it goes. Nice. Get out of here.
You are
no
watching
one,
the
no more.
SES-22 satellite drifting away from Falcon 9's second stage.
Look at all the pretty stars. Oh, there goes another star.
And that
Stars.
confirms payload deploy.
Those aren't
So
stars.
with successful deployment of the
You
SES-22
didn't fact
satellite, that will bring our webcast to a close. We want to thank SES for entrusting us with today's mission and all of you for joining us. If this launch got you excited about space and you're interested in joining our team, check out spacex.com/careers to check out our open positions. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.
See you next time, Jessica, if that is your real name, which I'm pretty sure it is. Why would you lie? Stalkers, that's why. My real name is Kevin. If you decide to stalk me, just don't come to my house. As I said on social media earlier, this is a house that is home to German Shepherds, me, and a wife who is a lawyer. You will be bit, shot, and then sued. Trifecta of just a bad day. But if you come here and you're like a fan, then I'll give you a high five. And then I might bite you. Dogs won't bite you, but I'll bite you. He's a biter. Rush, best band of all time. That's pretty old school. I think I like 1, maybe 2 of their songs. I appreciate some of you pushing back against any flat earthers. It's always a fun little hobby to have. Apparently, they've never played Kerbal Space Program to understand orbital mechanics or how circular the Earth is. Here's a fun, the Earth isn't actually like that round. It's like it only looks round. It looks like a marble because of the oceans, because of the water. You take that water away, and Earth itself, the crust, it's actually like, it looks like a big old tumor with a bunch of bumps on it. I mean, you could probably Google it, like Earth without water, and maybe you'd see an image. You'd be like, that doesn't look like Earth at all. But it is Earth without water. Well, I appreciate you guys stopping by. Locals Chat by MAGA by Keith Mabe. Enjoy your disco music, brah. Queen's pretty good. Yeah, I like that Queen movie that came out a couple years ago. Don't stop me now. Nailed it. You guys have a great rest of your work week. I'll see you back here on Friday for our next episode of SpaceX in the News. Okay. And until that time, sorry, you're not going to get to see Peeps today because I don't want to make him get up. That would just be mean. Until next time, though, Godspeed.